Welcome, Leo, to your monthly love reading for September of 2018. So let's look into what's going on with you. A different spread, all right. Just add some extra in there, and this is going to be the overall energy between you and your lover or love interest. What they might be bringing towards you, your response, their response, your response, advice, outcome. All right. So let's see. For Leo, September 2018. Okay. So we do have a decision, a choice that you might be thinking about, you and your romantic partner, because you may have, see, if you stop communicating, you're no longer doing that right now, and you felt like things may have been off, or things are not moving forward, so you had to stand still. And sometimes you break up the makeup, or someone is constantly, maybe there are red flags written around a certain person, and you feel these things, so you might be contemplating whether or not to open up to somebody or go back to somebody. So a decision is there for some. Now, what might your partner be bringing towards you? They might not be coming towards you. They could be just kind of going through the emotions, kind of biding their time, trying to be patient, cool, calm, collected in some way, trying to maybe gain some spiritual perspective, and so those things can change, and whether or not to open up to you. So maybe some their beliefs, different, religion, the background, different things like that could be on their mind, and that could be an issue. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces for sure, for some. Now, what is your response? Again, the anxiety continues to maybe plague you, so there might be a lot of confusion, psychically, and you might be in tune to the reasons why you might not be opening up, and that's why a decision is looming for a lot of you out there. So I feel like this is a time to kind of just hold back and see what becomes clearer right now, because there is a big fog going on around you and somebody else. Now, what is their response? They're feeling broken, all right, financially, and even in the house. And I feel like, especially if they've done you wrong or misled you in some way, or you two have to break up and kind of move out or disconnect, I feel like there might be some issues there, especially with emotional conflict, and they're trying to gain some kind of spiritual healing. I feel that's really important for them in order for them to open up or change how they might be doing certain things. Now, your response, you might be watching them. Say for instance, if you two have communicated a lot, or it's been in secret, or privately, and now things might be out in the open or getting too serious, that's where that decision is happening right now. And especially if you've broken up with somebody and they're kind of doing their own thing and moving forward, you're wondering whether or not you should open up the door to that person. So I feel like there's still this energy of maybe a lot of spying on a particular person right now to see what they might be up to, or to see if they're trying to take advantage of you or not. Now, the advice tells you to be hopeful for a lot of you. Now, this is an energy where, again, your partner might not be making a move just yet. You might not be doing it because you're feeling it out. You're feeling the situation out. For many of you, this is a really good energy. It tells you that through healing, through being patient, and through just relaxing your nerves, I feel like things will become clearer. And even if you are try to be optimistic about things, and even if it's not going to work out where you two come together, you'll at least get the truth. You'll at least know that you need to take a step back or remove yourself from a scenario of confusion. So I feel like that's a good card to see. Now, the outcome, I feel you have the Queen of Wands, so it could be another fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, that you might be thinking about. But I feel like this is the energy where you're trying to do things to have you healthier, stronger, more able to recognize what you deserve in your life, and recognize what you kind of need to do to manifest better and healthier relationships and get clarity that you need from a particular person. So children showing up, you have well, another person is showing up, but 2 people, 3 people actually. So some Pisces, you're dealing with air sign, and then fire sign is showing up. But I want to see something here. Clarify the Hangman for the person that you might be dealing with. Clarify the Hangman. So that person may be sometimes they're very argumentative, and maybe even once they get too aggressive, and sometimes even when tense issues kind of come out, and it's brought out in the open, maybe they really react in a bad way, and maybe you're tired of going through certain things like that, so it does bring you anxiety sometimes because of the confrontation and a lot of hidden things that's going on. Clarify the moon for your response. Clarify the moon for Leo. Yes, so there's some deep emotional wounds or intensity that's going on with you and somebody else. So I feel like still this is the full moon energy that might be following you around. So the full moon was in Pisces, so that did activate your 8th house of death and transformation. So a lot of things where insecurities could pop up, fears of letting go, holding on to things that are not quite healthy for you, big changes, and even financial, legal issues, things like that, where sometimes the physical essence of who you are and how you connect with another person sexually, intimately, there could be secrets like that going on, and that's something that you might be trying to hold on to, and whether or not to open up to someone else because of the information that you might be kind of trying to hide or keep away from somebody else. So just keep that in mind though. One more card. Clarify the 2 of Swords for Leo. So this is an energy of trying to move forward in the right direction for sure, trying to think about relocating, traveling, doing different things. Someone that you might be traveling with, if you work with that particular person, you might be attracted to them. They might not be ready to make a move right now, or they feel like it's kind of awkward, the connection in some way. So it does seem to be some other people involved. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you have like 5 people within the scenario, so it might be a lot of people that might know about the situation. It could be a lot of secrets going on, but I feel like you have to, even seeing the stars, still be patient this month. Take your time getting to know whoever this might be. Take your time if you're accepting somebody back in your life and you know who they might be, and you try to do your best to uncover certain things, and they may be very clever in the way that they hide certain aspects of themselves and what they might be doing or who they might be attached to. So just be mindful about that, all right, as the month unfolds. All right, so let's see energy for Leo and love for September 2018 for Leo. We have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, and we just was speaking about that. We're going to do one more card as well. And I feel like that's really important though. All right, try to do your best to disconnect and have fun. Try to be happy and just enjoy yourself. So let's see messages for Leo. And we have new love. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, and this is potentially the process. You had this in the weekend reading as well, where I feel like a lot of you might be kind of observing somebody. You're trying to figure out whether or not they're the right person for you, how long you have to wait for them, whether or not they're willing to make certain sacrifices, how strong the connection might be, whether or not you can trust them. These energies are there. So I feel like it's you just doing certain things and making sure that you don't open up to someone who you did sever a tie with if they're trying to make their way back into your life, or if you know that they're spoken for. So just be mindful about that. So that's going to be your reading. I do send you a lot of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes as well. You can always go to the website Psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for your energy. The phone readings won't be an option at this time, but other options are available. So have a good one.